Hi guys, oh, it is currently March 20 of 2024. It is 3/20/2024. It's mid fucking March. That means this is almost the end. Yeah, it's almost the end of March. Ah, my brain is just gone. I can't believe it. It's it's March. It's March 20. Fuck. Yeah, we have a webcam today cuz I did not have a mental breakdown before stream. Yay! Applause for me. Um, BCD, I keep forgetting that you're in school. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, man. Man. I can tell you now, in the past several months that I've now been out of school, it's not easy out here. It's fucking rough as hell. I'll tell you this, every person that I have talked to just for advice about what I should do after, college and all that stuff, like what should I be doing in terms of having like trying to find a job? Essentially most of them would tell me, with your degree, it's going to be really difficult, but also it's just difficult in general. So I'm like, "Oh, so you're essentially telling me I'm fucked either way." As an American, I'm fucked either way. It's fun. Anyway, that's yeah. I don't I like have some skills from the odd jobs that I have done over the years. It's just it's not enough. And like I have a degree that's kind of useless. But hey, at least I guess I'm smart. Anyway, I should do housekeeping. I should do housekeeping cuz I got to remember this thing. I can get rid of that. Why the fuck did I have that out? No, that's not what? What? What is happening? I'm, I'm genuinely just like, I don't know what's happening with my life anymore. Here we go. We are still on our. What is the fucking word I'm looking for? We are still trying to get to 50 followers by hopefully halfway this year. I'm saying May to June of this year. I hope we can get to 50. We're so fucking close. We're so close yet so far. But anyway, I've set up some goals for you guys to try to hit. So if you haven't hit the follow button already and you enjoy this or at least you just want to support, please hit the follow button if you haven't already. Honestly, I'm just surprised I've gotten to like even almost halfway to 50. I can't believe it. But yeah, 25 followers. We're going to be doing a Funko customization together. I have metallic paints from when I decorated my what am I looking? I'm looking at it right now. I'll have it up. I can't remember what the word is. My cap. Okay, the graduation cap. I did decorations on that for my graduation, so I still have the leftover metallic paints from that I do want to use on a Funko Pop that I own. Just cause like I think it's a little plain and boring, and I just wanna, I wanna dish it up. And it'll be fun for us to do. 35 followers. We're gonna be doing our Hogwarts house quizzes together. Because, again, I have no fucking clue where I would end up in the Hogwarts houses. I would take it on my own, but to be honest, I've already made this a goal here, so I'm just not gonna do it. I could always do filters on TikTok anyway. So, yeah, there's that. Let's see. 45 followers is the Lego building stream. I This will be one of my first few times ever actually going into Lego because I never played with Lego as a kid. So, that's just something more for me than you guys. Don't know how the logistics of that is going to work out, but that'll happen for 45 and 50. Why did I say this? 50 followers, chat gets to decide what we do for stream. Oh my god. How is everybody doing since I last saw y'all? What is it? Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. It's been, wow. It's been 5 days since I've last talked to y'all. I'm swear to God, I want to say things, but my brain is just like not here anymore. Ah. I hope you don't mind. I am leaning back mostly because every time I stream I end up being like really hunched over and it just hurts my lower back. So finally decided to make use of the giant gray pillow that's been in the back. It's the whole reason I bought this damn pillow. Is so I could sit on the bed. Like it's like there's something there. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's going on anymore. Man, I think this is just gonna be like a fever dream stream. So we'll see what happens. It is. Yesterday was like what? The spring equinox. So technically it should be spring. Yet it is so windy outside that it feels like it's still winter. And according to Groundhog Day, Puxatawny Phil, which is the name of the groundhog in Philadelphia, has apparently not seen his shadow, so technically spring should be coming early. And for the past few weeks, it has felt like it was spring. Now that spring is technically here, it's not spring anymore. Does any of that make sense? I'm just gonna be rambling this whole stream because I'm being real fucking honest with y'all. I don't plan out what I do here, like at all. I just kind of do whatever, and I'm just like, well, this should be fun to do, right? For a hot bit, and just why not? If it goes well, it goes well, and if it doesn't, I tried. This is a hobby thing because I got nothing else to do with my life, which is a little sad and a little upsetting. Huh. Have you? Okay, here's the thing. Here's what's been happening, right? So, I scroll through TikTok quite frequently because, your girl gets bored. Everyone does. And, like, apparently there's a new line dance that everybody's learning on TikTok, and I'm like, I look at the steps. I've seen a lot of videos where, to be honest, it's a lot of just white girls in cowboy boots doing country line dancing. I'd just be like, oh, I want someone to take me line dancing so bad. Oh my god. And I'm like, you do realize majority of the steps that you're doing right now is literally just Cotton Eye Joe. It's not a new dance. It's not a new line dance. It is literally just Cotton Eye Joe, but instead of going side to side, you're going forward and back. And I'm like, who who decided to do this? Yeah, yeah. I think the song is for the song is called Austin. Yeah. Hi, welcome back. No, scrolling on TikTok, it's a new trend of sorts where I'm like, all of these white girls in like cowboy boots doing like, country line dancing. We're like, oh my god, I can't wait for someone to take me line dancing. Or oh my god, I'm learning line dancing for the first time and something like that. I'm like, happy y'all are getting into dancing and line dancing especially. But I'm like, who told you guys that this is a new and original dance? Because the dance steps that you are doing is literally just Cotton Eye Joe. If you know the line dance to Cotton Eye Joe, you know the dance to this new song. But instead of going like left to right, you're going forward and back instead. It's literally just a slow down version of Cotton Eye Joe. I don't and I'm like, okay, what? Who thought this was new? Why do they think this is a new thing? It is literally just another it's the same damn thing. I'm just going insane today. Thank you. Welcome back to the fever dream that is this stream because my brain is broken. I realize it's mid March. March is almost over, and I don't know what the fuck's happening. I don't know what's going on anymore. Oh, my brain is just broken. I this is gonna be a very ranty, rambling type of stream today. Because God knows I never actually plan out what I do for stream. I just kind of fly by the seat of my pants. I just do whatever I feel on the day of. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm streaming tonight. What should I stream? I don't know. We'll see when it happens. And then that's it. That's just it. That is the whole streaming process for me. I should probably try to look into the algorithms and whatnot and try to play up into that, but I'm like, I don't want to. I'm just bored. Oh man. I know what. butcher this name so much and I'm so sorry. I do like your music, man. Hosier, or I think that's how you pronounce it. He released a snippet of his newest song that's coming out, Too Sweet. I've been seeing it everywhere because everybody's like, oh my god, this song is a rejection song. Right? Dude, here's what I've realized about the algorithm, right? You don't necessarily have to be good at what you play. It just has to be recent and popular enough that you can get more people to click on your videos. That's it. It's like you don't have to be good at the game. You just have to pick the right type of game. You know? That's it. That's it. And I'm like, I could do that, but also I'm a complete and utter noob. I don't know how to play games. Me streaming has essentially just been me trying to reclaim a lost childhood because what I had a lot of adults in my life said, "Wow, you're so mature for your age." Yeah. I'm finding out now it's because of trauma. Woo! Right? It's either be good at random game or just figure out, hey, this game is really similar to this other really popular game that came out a long time ago. Play that. Or, hey, this is a new game that's happening. A lot of people have, there's some buzz about it, so play this. Or, you know, go with the classic games that a lot of people still ride on. Like, you could play FNAF. Mind you, my anxiety is awful. I have not, I literally bought mo majority of FNAF games for my Switch. I have the core collection of FNAF games for my Switch. I have not finished a single game. I literally got up to night 3 of the first FNAF game and I was like, I'm gonna have a panic attack if I continue. That's how bad it was. So what I did is as soon as I finished a night in FNAF, in order to calm down my nerves, I would play Unpacking. I should do that for stream. I actually had that stream idea. A FNAF slash unpacking stream. That'd be fun. But I have to bring the Switch up here and I'm so lazy. I should do stuff. But I don't do stuff, man. Man, it's either anxiety or depression, and either way, it's just the mental illness that drives me to do anything anymore. Which is not a great thing to do. Like, mental illness makes me lonely. Because I surround myself and do things where I'm just constantly reminded I am incredibly single and I'm content with being single. I'm fine with it. Would I like to meet someone? Of course. Is that going to happen anytime soon? Hell to the nah. But we're here. What else can you do? But every post I see on my Instagram explore page is just send this to your partner. And then I go on TikTok and it's like, use this sound, otherwise he'll be gone forever. And I'm like, I have no one. I don't even have a crush on anyone either. Like I have no feelings for anyone at this point. I have friends, and some of those are tentatives relationships. I love them, but also they annoy me sometimes. So there are some people where I'm like, why am I still friends with you? You don't talk enough to really consider ourselves close friends. I started reaching out to somebody that genuinely really hurt me, and I can't bring myself to explain how they hurt me. But I also know that they watch these streams, so like they should know at this point if they're smart enough to make those connections. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, no, that's it. No, but like the new snippet for Too Sweet from Hosier has just been on my For You page, and everybody's like over analyzing it. But I'm like, I want to see covers of this, man. This is a nice snippet. It's not that hard vocally to do. I would love to see covers of it. I know what when Eternal Sunshine came out, especially We Can't Be Friends, and then the music video for We Can't Be Friends comes out and everybody's like bawling. I'm like, okay, somebody is bound to make a cover of this song. I'm just gonna wait for it. And instead, the first trend I see for We Can't Be Friends is like people going into like they'll go into past relationships or like recent relationships that they just got out of, and it's them slowly but surely deleting all the photos they had with that partner, all of the messages. And I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, man. But finally, it came across like a cover of We Can't Be Friends, like at least a day or two after it came out. And I'm like, okay, it's finally happened. I've been waiting for, the theater girlies or like the singing girlies over on TikTok to like finally do a cover of this song. And I'm like, okay, Ariana Grande in general is like a really hard person to do vocally, like replicate vocally, because it's insane. She is very talented, and like all those riffs, those runs, and like to get the right tone too is really difficult. And then you add in the fact that like, oh, she also has like a whistle range. So those are like really high notes that are going to be impossible to get. And not everyone has access to that. So not everyone can do it. But there are still people who try to cover those. Then there's the new Hosier snippet, and I'm like, this is like a very comfortable, like mid range thing. I mean, no, no, I get it. She's great. She's a great vocalist. Acting wise, I don't remember much about her acting. I remember I remember the Nickelodeon days and like the new documentary Quiet on Set. Yeah, that definitely makes me not want to like rewatch some of those old shows cuz I'm like, wow, this was all happening at that time. But no, she does still do some acting jobs now and again. I think her most no, she did Scream Queens. I know that. Has she done anything else recently? Or at least in her adult life? Because I'm like, I only can really think of I can only think of her like singing her music career. Although she is gonna be in the Wicked movie. She's gonna be in the new Wicked movie that's based off the musical as Glinda the Good Witch, the one that shows up in a bubble in The Wizard of Oz. So that's gonna be fun. And she's acting against Cynthia Erivo, who was in the Color Purple revival on Broadway. Classically trained actress from London who also has an insane vocal range. So seeing those two together is going to be fun. Jonathan Bailey from Bridgerton is actually going to be in the movie too, as the love interest. And this is also where she met Ethan Slater, who was the original actor for the SpongeBob musical on Broadway. That's why everybody keeps making fun of him cuz they're like she left she's dating SpongeBob. That's where that meme came from. Cuz he was the actor that played SpongeBob in the SpongeBob musical, which if you haven't heard it, is actually a really good soundtrack. Yeah. So I'm like, wow, she does still do like theater type stuff. So she does still act, but it's mostly singing for her. The quiet on set stuff, though, hearing some of the things that happened, not just to her, but to a lot of her co stars and the general vibe of what happened behind the scenes, not just on Nickelodeon, but like mostly Nickelodeon. I'm pretty sure a lot of those people from the old Nickelodeon kid shows also went to work on Disney. So I don't know what they did there, but quiet on set, a lot of real traumatic things happened to those child actors that really messed them up now. It's also the reason, like, we found out why Victoria Justice was actually, like, having a very difficult time getting work after Victorious. Hell, even when Victorious was, like, going on, she was less and less in her show as, like, the seasons went on and then eventually Victorious closed. But it was like, oh yeah, because she didn't want to indulge in this creep's um like puppeteering anymore, and he blacklisted her from really getting anything. But damn, she was also one of the few people who were actually legal at the time. Have a nice sleep, BCD. I hope you take care of yourself. Yeah, this is just a random stream today, guys. But no, like it's insane to think she got blacklisted because of the fact that she finally said no to Dan Snyder about like, "Hey, I'm uncomfortable doing this thing for you. I'm not going to do it anymore." Then all of a sudden, she's not getting as many scenes in her own show. She's not getting as many songs in her own show. And then eventually when Victorious ends, she can't really find work. I think the most recent thing I know she's done is like the Rocky Horror Picture Show live, but I don't know. I don't know about anything else. I mean, feel free to tell me what else she's done recently, but I don't know. Yeah, no. You know what? If I do genuinely want to find at least someone on TikTok that's going to cover do their own cover of Hosier's Too Sweet, but I don't mind seeing a lot of people just reacting to the lyrics or over analyzing anything. I enjoy it. I think it's a lot of fun. And yes, it is a rejection song, very much saying like, "Hey, you are really sweet and I don't deserve you because I'm too bitter for you." Like it's that type of thing where it's like, God, I don't even remember the lyrics. I only know the lyrics to the chorus. But it's like I do want to be with you, but I don't want to drag you down to me. You know, that's the whole thing. It's like I think you're great as you are and you are sweet and loving and whatnot. Like you are a very sweet person. However, I'm a very bitter person. I don't think we're gonna mesh well, but I would love to try. That's it. God, I'm probably not gonna end up streaming very long, just cause I don't know. I mostly just do these streams like on a whim. However long it ends up being. But you know something really funny? I spent almost $40 getting Pops, three Funko Pops, and they are the Bridgerton Funko Pops. Yeah, I bought them in Target, and I just noticed. that my Daphne Funko Pop is actually kind of off. Because her head is tilting downward, but she's supposed to be looking upward and matching everybody else. So I gotta fix that, man. That's not gonna be fun. That's fine. I will say this, in the time that I haven't seen you guys, I've actually been outside of my house almost every day. I didn't go out today. I didn't go out today. But like I've actually been outside my house doing something, even if it's like not a lot, but I've been doing something. So, I'm kind of proud of that. Like I'm actually going out. I was well, let me think. Like I was actually going outside, soaking in the sun like a sunflower. I was doing photosynthesis outside. Actually, you can see one of my posts that I did recently over on Instagram where I bought some bubble tea. It's not really bubble tea. It's tea. It was a mango and passion fruit tea with mango jelly shaped as stars. And then one of my newer Funko Pops that I bought is the SpongeBob that goes like this with the rainbow where he says imagination. I love that picture so much. And I only took one picture too. Like I put up Funko Pop and the tea next to each other. I took a picture with the background and I'm like, this is the prettiest thing I've ever fucking done. I need to start doing more stuff like this. I'm like, it's not stage. I'm just like, this is a pretty place. I would love to do something with this. It's not edited either. I literally just put stuff. I literally just took, oh, here, there. That's it. My captions normally have nothing to do with what's actually in the picture, as of recently anyway. I'll just describe what I have in those pictures, but most of the time I'm just like, hey, I'm doing something. Let me think. I've been out. No, my past weekend has mostly just been me doing like church activities, which, to be honest, aren't always fun. But like, I'm not gonna complain if there's free food. Yeah, I'm like, Saturday, I lost my voice singing for singing for the thing I was at. I'm like, oh yeah, no, I'm like I'm a mezzo soprano at least, the very least. No, not at least. At most, because that's my limit. Like I'm a mezzo soprano, and all of those songs are way up there in my range. Like I'm fine. It's like mid range to one of my to like higher ones for me. So not too difficult, but also I'm like I'm getting very tired. I'm very out of breath trying to like carry these tunes. And eventually I'm like, I can't go anymore. But it's halfway through the event and I have to keep going. Eventually, it's all over. I can't sing. My voice is gone. Like I essentially lost my voice halfway through an event for church where I didn't even want to sing, but I was forced to. That's fun. But yeah, that was Saturday. Sunday, uh, Sunday had to get all dressed up in green, obviously, because the 17th, St. Patrick's Day. But also because, like, I was going to, like, the anniversary of a church, um, like, club almost, I guess is the best way of saying it. Anniversary of, like, this is how long this thing has been here in this church thing. And it happened in a hotel. And it was very pretentious. Because, like, I grew up with the adults who run this thing. I know them. They're about like my parents' age, so think actual boomers, like mid 50s to 60s. That's how old these people are. And I'm like, this is the most pretentious shit they've ever pulled off. And I'm like, it's smaller than the venues that they were doing before. Mind you, the venues they had before was literally just school auditoriums, like school gyms that they just put chairs in. And then all of a sudden we're in conference like a conference room in a hotel, and it's smaller than what they normally do. But like they went all out for something that they do every year. I mean, their money, I guess. But here's what I found out about that whole thing. They spent $20,000 for lunch. Not even lunch. No, they spent $20,000 for the food, right? There's no breakfast served, and they don't give anything like at the end of it for the people who are going to be traveling far away because like a lot of people come. There's people coming from like Ottawa in Canada or like all the way down from Virginia Beach. There are some people who came all the way from LA. And I'm like, okay, that's a lot. But they spent $20,000 on just lunch. Anything else in terms of food, you had to provide yourself. But yeah, $20,000. You want to know what $20,000 got you at this hotel? It was a make your own sandwich buffet. Quite literally, it was just you got up to a table, got a plate. There's some salad, some dressing, and then all the different stuffs to make a sandwich. So there's different types of bread, different vegetables, and like toppings, like condiments and whatnot. The only condiments they had was like mustard and mayo. But that's it. They spent $20,000 on sandwiches and salad. And like they also had like drinks around, but the drinks were only available during lunch. Other than that, you had to bring your own water, which isn't great when you have a bunch of people who are like traveling from all over to come to your thing. You make them spend money to like get a hotel room because you can't afford to like put all these other people in hotel rooms. But also, you only provide them one meal, and it's something I don't know. I think they probably talked to the hotel about this and like, oh yeah, so this is what you're gonna get with this budget. But I'm like, you could have chose better options if you're going to pay again $20,000. I don't know, man. I don't know. It was interesting. To be honest, very boring. I don't remember much of what happened. All I know is there was a bunch of like there was at least two coolers that were all filled with different types of sodas, and me and my parents took at least six of those home. And then we just took the juice that they were putting out. So they had iced tea and lemonade in like containers, so you had to like take a cup, some ice in it, and then like kind of push down the thing so then the liquid would fill up your like your cup. Not a big cup. It was just kind of like this big. This big of a cup. This wide with this big. So it's like it's not a big cup. Me being me, I'm like I can't choose between either of these drinks, so I'm just going to pick them both. So I just made my own version of an Arnold Palmer with a sandwich. There was at least two different types of meat, but that's it. But like yeah. I do remember I spent the end of that time on my phone or at least talking to someone. And just being like, "Hey, how are you doing? I hope you're doing well. How's life going for you? I can't say much about my own life because to be honest, nothing is happening. But, You're still technically young, because, you know, I was hanging out with the kids, because, like, there's barely anyone my age, and if they are my age, they're people I don't really care for, or people who have been proving to be actual jerks. So, not a lot of good options for me. Yeah, we talked, and it's just essentially, you know, my kids are growing up so fast. They're all in high school. One of them's in college. I can't believe it. Like, these kids I've seen grow up from, like, quite literally from when they were, like, 6 or 7 years old till now. Seeing them grow up before your eyes, and I'm like, damn, you guys are whole ass adults, or at least going to be whole ass adults. And, we're all not doing well. But at least, they are all being taken care of. Most of them are in therapy. I'm not, because I can't afford that shit. But at least they're getting the help they need, and they're okay. But, like, having to talk about, hey, do you think college is worth it? I'm like, I can't answer that. Like, honestly speaking. So I'm like, there are what, finding out recently in news, like, oh, there are some employers that are going to make the jobs available for people who only have the high school degree. You don't even need to go to college to get some of those other jobs. However, by only getting the high school degree, you're more likely to be taken advantage of by your employers, because they're going to think, oh, you only got this degree. Even if you're a good worker, that means I can pay you less money, because it's easier to take advantage of you. Versus someone who has the college degree, they're like, oh, I can't easily do that because you have the degree. Like, you took the extra step of going above and beyond to be more qualified for the job you're in, versus the high school degree. Well, I can do whatever the hell I want to you, and you're just gonna have to accept it because you technically haven't been in the real world. Like, is it worth it to be in extreme amounts of debt, where as of right now, most people in Gen Z are finding it impossible to find jobs? Like, so much debt. You find yourself in so much debt that you can't crawl yourself out of it. And to be honest, when you find out what the government is doing with your tax dollars, like, they could easily find a way to cancel student debt. They could easily find a way to make healthcare affordable for everyone, but they choose not to do it because they'd rather get the money from the really rich people to line their pockets, while also spending, hard earned tax dollars on, like, wars that are completely unnecessary. Every day you find out more and more America is just becoming more of a dystopia, and it's hard. It's hard out here. But can't really go anywhere if you don't really have money. So it's like, hands are tied. I would love to do more stuff. I would love to be able to live a life more freely. However, I'd like, while also attempting, you know, trying to find something to do that I love that also somehow makes me money, where I'm not going to constantly be worried about, hey, I have to pay off this thing. Or I have to constantly think about, oh, do I have enough money to pay off my student loans? When are they due? Like, all that stuff. Like, I don't know. It's difficult out here. It's not fun being an adult. You know, when you're a kid and you just be like, man, I hate when people tell me what to do. I can't wait to become an adult so I get to decide whatever the hell I want to do. Then you become an adult and you realize everything somehow feels worse. I don't know. It could just be a me thing, but honestly, basing off of how TikTok goes, it's not just me that's starting to see that it's just bad out here. And like, honestly, I would love to run away to a different country where I'm like, I don't have to worry about whether or not I can afford to see my doctor, God forbid anything happens. Or, hey, I don't have to worry about student loan debt anymore. I could just do whatever. I don't know. I don't know. It's rough out here. Well, I feel like I'm starting to go into a depressive place, so I feel like I shouldn't be bothering you guys with that. Or like annoying you guys with that type of thing. But yeah, this is just I mean, if you've seen my go live notification, which is essentially just gonna be like the little description thing I do over on YouTube, it's just my mind is just gone. I don't know what's happening anymore, and it's exhausting being out here. But I want to believe that good things are gonna happen soon. But anyway, yeah, I think that's it for me. You guys, sorry, not a long stream, but it's a stream. Very happy to do this. Tired of life, but this is the one thing that I genuinely just feel alive and excited to do. One of these days, I'm gonna figure out my own intro and outro that's actually going to be specialized for me. But until then, we're gonna keep going about this a really scuffed way. Um, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Probably gonna play some Deltarune. I do want to finish up Deltarune soon. We also still have our life to finish, and then after that, we're gonna figure out what other games to play or just something else for us to do. But I do enjoy our time together. I love you guys. Um, if you stayed till the end of the stream and you haven't hit the follow button already, I would love if you do that. We are still slowly but surely making our way to 50 followers. We are so close to 25. So please, please, please consider hitting the follow button if you haven't already. There is going to be a cute little animated thing for when you like hit the follow button and you haven't, you know? Um if you're watching this over on YouTube land, thank you for spending the time with me. I know this got really sad at the end, but such is life. I'm just rambling at this point. But thank you so much for staying to the end of the video. If you've enjoyed this, or at least, you like me, consider hitting the like button and, hit the subscribe button too, because I do. I am gonna keep posting the VODs over on there, so should be fun. And, those are free buttons for you guys to choose. And if you still want to support me, follow me on other stuff, I do have other social media accounts that are linked in the bio. I have a TikTok account because I hope TikTok stays. But we'll see. We'll see what the governments decide. Though to be honest, you get rid of TikTok, it's a lot of unrest and it's a lot of small businesses that are going to lose. And considering the fact the majority of the seats of the House of Representatives are actually up for vote, who knows? They could be losing their job in the next 6 months if the TikTok ban goes through. But we'll see what the geriatric white men decide to do. But yeah, you can follow me over on TikTok. It's also Kai_Oh_My. I mostly mess around with filters, occasionally do shopping haul videos or mystery pin unboxings or just mystery unboxings in general. Because I do love my mystery stuff. Love my blind boxes. And you can follow me over on Instagram. I post a lot of Funko Pop content. I am trying to be better about that. But yeah, it's Funkos_Oh_My. I am gonna do some photo shoots with the Bridgerton Pops soon. I just gotta get the backgrounds together. That's it. You're feeling a little spicy and want to see something that I haven't been active on in I think months now. You can follow me over on Tumblr. It's hi dash oh my because they don't let me use underscores. I think that's it for the social media accounts. I think after this, I'm probably just gonna end up either watching some videos until I sleep or reading fan fiction over on AO3 because, yeah, I've gotten back into AO3 and it is slowly but surely taking over almost every free time I have. That should be fun. It's either AO3 or Wattpad because sometimes they also post the same things on Wattpad and it's finished over there. But anyway, thank you guys so much for coming. Honestly, you guys are the only reason. You guys are the only motivation I have to keep going with anything anymore. This is also the only thing that has brought me immense amounts of joy. Sorry, I don't plan more for you guys, but we'll see. I'm trying my best. Anyway, I'm gonna transition you guys over to some music, and I will see you tomorrow. Yeah, love y'all. Bye. Transition. Hey. Alright, take my whiskey and me. I got me back in my bed.